After days of disappointments, good medals have started pouring in for Team Nigeria at the African Games in Ghana. And of course, it began on Sunday, and with more events coming in the coming days, more good medals look to be in the offing for the team. Beautiful stuff, isn't it? Hello there, and many thanks for joining us on another episode of Sports Reel, coming to you on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. I am Bade Adeleye. As always, we're at Mansa, the ever beautiful Moshood Abiola National Stadium here in Abuja. And of course, on the reel today, we'll be giving you the latest when it comes to the African Games in Ghana. We'll also talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League and other top leagues in Europe. And of course, update you when it comes to the Super Falcons of Nigeria and the Super Eagles. Do not forget that the Super Falcons have got a show on this show. And of course, we'll talk boxing and many other interesting items on the show today. So, you're in for a good treat. This is Sports Reel. Welcome again. All right, straight to business. Let's begin with the African Games. As on Sunday, Team Nigeria recorded a first set of gold medals, and of course, it came in 7 folds. I'm telling you, 7 medals, 7 gold medals for Nigeria on Sunday at the African Games. The first came from Ngannou in the badminton singles final for the men. And of course, it did that by defeating his compatriot. And of course, afterwards, Nigeria recorded, 3 medals in that particular event, winning gold, silver, and of course, bronze in the men's singles of the badminton event. Shortly afterwards, the shocker came as Team Nigeria recorded 6 gold medals in the wrestling event, the women's freestyle event, and of course it came from the 6 Nigerian wrestlers that competed in the finals. Imagine competing in 6 finals and you got all the 6 medals, 6 gold medals available. Come on, that is huge. And kudos to the likes of Odunayo Adekoroye, Mercy Genesis, Blessing Oborodudu, Ogunsoya, Hannah, and of course we must give it to all their coaches and the president of the Wrestling Federation of Nigeria. And of course, with that feat, it does look like it's going to continue for Team Nigeria. Even this Tuesday, we expect Nigeria to win more gold medals as the team has shot. In fact, they have risen when it comes to the medals table, the overall medals table. We can now see Nigeria clearly, if you know what I mean. All right, let's move forward now and let you know that Team Nigeria, the Batch B, departed the country on March the 11th, which was Monday. And of course, we caught up with the rugby women's team, talking about the Lady Stallions of Nigeria who were sent forth. And of course, the team, the Lady Stallions, they are made up of 9 home-based players and 6 foreign-based professionals. And of course, we spoke with the players and of course their coaches, and also the president of the Nigeria Rugby Football Federation, Dr. Ademola Are, and they were very confident of putting up a good showing in Ghana.
This is my first time. Even as if you can see as I'm talking to them, I'm overwhelmed because I know you're going there to make it and bring back the gold medal.
I believe that we have been training for the past 3 weeks, and coming from South Africa and gelling with the girl, we've really trained so hard and seen so much beautiful talent. I feel like Ghana is not ready for what we bring in, that they're not ready for us. So I feel like we are going straight for the gold.
The girls are putting a lot of work. We put them through their paces over the last 3 weeks. It's a long camp. train under the hot sun, so it mirrors the weather over there in Ghana. So they shouldn't struggle to breathe when they get there. So I think apart from that, technically, they have done a lot of work, and with the inclusion of the other girls coming from abroad, I think that's with that injection, it will go a long way to help the team. We hope to go far.
With this combination of the best talents available to us at the moment, I can assure you that Nigeria will not be a walkover when it comes to rugby in Accra, Ghana. And also with the level of preparations that these girls have gone through, we have some level of confidence that we will do well and will not disappoint Nigerians.
All the best to the Lady Stallions of Nigeria as they campaign at the African Games in Ghana. All right, we're not done with women as we turn our attention to the women's national football team, the Super Falcons. And of course, we're going deeper when it comes to their award. And if you know the drill, it is time for today's episode of the MTN Super Falcons Show. Take it away.
Welcome there, our lovely viewers, to another fresh episode of the MTN Super Falcons Show. My name is Osereme Inegbenebo. Now, if this is your first time of joining us right here on this show is powered by the #1 telecommunications giant, MTN. And this is that show where we bring you ever closer to the Super Falcons, bringing you content from both on and off the pitch. Now, on today's episode, we continue our countdown to the biggest rivalry in African women's football as our Super Falcons prepare to face the Banyana of South Africa for one of 2 tickets to the Paris 2024 Olympics in April. Now, there's so much history between these two sides, and one of these encounters will be shown right here on this episode for your delight. But first off, let's take a really short break, and we will be right back.
Attention future champs. We're calling on student athletes from primary to tertiary schools in Nigeria with dreams of showcasing their skills on a global stage. It's time for MTN Champs Season 2. MTN Champs is the best-in-class athletics event powered by MTN in partnership with Making of Champions to produce future Olympians who will shine on the global stage and stand a chance to win scholarships to international tertiary institutions. Season 1 was phenomenal, and our top 10 champs are set to begin a 1-year academy program. Seize your chance to achieve greatness at the MTN Champs Season 2. The regionals will take place in Asaba, Ibadan, Kaduna, and Port Harcourt from February 17th to April 26th, 2024. To participate, visit www.mtnchamps.com to register today.
But gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down.
Agbabola. How much is money? Oh, if wishes were horses. That was Agbabola Asisa Toshola having a feel of the NBA with her new club, Bay FC. Now, as you saw, she exchanged jerseys with Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry. How many people have had the opportunity to do that? Only Agbabola and myself in the future. Anyways, remember to go to our social media platforms and follow us across all social media platforms. It's MTN Nigeria on Facebook and YouTube, and it's at MTN NG on Instagram and X. And you can also follow us across all social media platforms on the Super Falcons Show. the Super Falcons show. Now remember, the week in, week out, we're giving freebies, we're giving cash prizes. You can only get that right here on the MTN Super Falcons show. Now moving over to the business of the day, it's still about the Super Falcons and the fourth and final round of the Paris 2024 Olympics qualifiers. Now before getting to this stage, the Super Falcons eliminated Ethiopia 5-1 in the second round before defeating the Lionesses of Cameroon 1-0 over 2 legs in the third round. The Super Falcons for a reason. Now, meanwhile, South Africa knocked out DR Congo 3-1 in the second round, while they dominated Tanzania 4-1, with Thembi Katlana pushing her total tally to 5 goals. Now, they will meet our Super Falcons next month in April for the deciding round. Remember to stick to the show for all of the information for this. Now, let's flash back to the most memorable encounters between these two teams, this time at the 2018 Women's Africa Cup of Nations final in Ghana.
First take.
The gravity pulls you straight down.
And she misses.
Earth from a bird's eye view.
Just
You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, the gravity pulls you straight down.
There's the Barry. And she scores. Excellent.
When you want to get off the darkest ground,
Oh, it's a miss now.
clear sky.
Here's up against Swart. Here's you here. Now, and that's it. The arms. Look at that. Nearly. Makabane is in.
Kiss groove.
Shedu. And she scores beautifully.
The gravity pulls you straight down. You should grow feathers and see this too.
Certainly.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, the gravity.
Oh, what a close but exciting encounter in Ghana. Tochi Oluehi stepping up in the penalty shootout to earn the Super Falcons their 9th WAFCON title. Now, this next encounter between both sides will definitely be a massive one. And of course, on the MTN Super Falcons show, we are rooting for none other than the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Now, allow me to reiterate, if you missed it earlier, this is the perfect time to follow us across all social media platforms because we're dishing out freebies week in, week out. I'll say it again, it's at MTN NG on Instagram and X. It's MTN Nigeria on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, our dedicated pages to this show, the Super Falcons show, across all social media platforms. Now, before we go, let's give a massive shout out to Super Falcons forward Rasheedat Ajibade for being voted as the Player of the Month for February when she provided 3 assists for the 5 goals scored by her Spanish club in February. Rasheedat Ajibade doing amazing things at Atletico Madrid, and we wish you only the very best. Now, we also want to wish our Falconettes the best of luck at the ongoing 13th African Games. We wish them the very best, and we do hope that they come back with the title. Now, that's the much we can take for today on the MTN Super Falcons show. Remember that this show is 9 a.m. every Tuesday on NTA, and you can also catch a recap on MTN's Ayoba app. My name is Sarah in Ngannou. Thank you to my producer, Tayo Ogunsheye, and of course, the man making things happen behind the scenes, Bade and Uche. I'll see you in the very next episode, but for now, it's bye-bye.
You're still watching Sports Roll on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. And of course, let's now turn our attention. We're done with the women. Let's talk about the men, talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And of course, we do understand that they are preparing for the 2 friendly matches against the Eagles of Mali and of course the Black Stars of Ghana. Those are real crackers. And of course, the list, we do not have a Super Eagles coach at the moment, but the list of invited players has been released, and you have it right there by the side on the screen. And of course, we're seeing the return of 3 injured players before the AFCON, or you can say during AFCON. And of course, we're seeing the return of Sadiq Omar, Wilfred Ndidi, and Taiwo Awoni. Quite interesting to see all the players return. And of course, Cyril Desas is returning to the team again, and few players are getting their first call-up when it comes to the national team. Quite beautiful. We cannot wait to see all those matches later in March against Ghana and Mali. All right, let's now come back home and talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League, as we got loads of interesting results on match day 24. And at the end, Lobby Stars were still able to get, to maintain the top spot in the league after getting a 1-0 away draw in their encounter. And of course, Sporting Lagos were the biggest winners as they got a 4-1 win over their Southwest rivals, talking about Remo Stars, who are also chasing the title. So it was a big one. And of course, the Shooting Stars also won big. Kano Pillars drew away to Rivers United. Lots of interesting games there, and Bendel Insurance got a win for themselves. So let's quickly show you the results and of course, the table as it looks now. Beautiful stuff. And of course, it's about a month to the kickoff of the Nigeria Nationwide League 1 season. And of course, our build-up to the new season has started. And on the reel today, we'll be talking to the proprietor of one of the clubs, talking about Capital City Football Club. And of course, we have joining us live now the chairman and CEO of that club, Abdurrahman Umar Baba. Many thanks for joining us, Mr. Chairman. If you can hear me loud and clear.
Good morning, how are you doing? My name is Abdurrahman Umar Baba. I'm the CEO and chairman of Capital City Football Club, Abuja.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that reintroduction. All right, let's go straight into the business of the day. We do understand that, your team, you're getting prepared for the new season. So my question will just be, how far so far? How ready are you for the new season?
Well, actually, we are still preparing our team to make it to the playoff and also to make it to the promotion, that is the NLL. But we have been preparing since October last year, and we just recently Ahalan Cup. I and the technical crew, we realized that we are only prepared 60% because we cannot even make it to the knockout stage. We have played 2 draws and 1 lose out of the 3 games. So I think we are still preparing. But before the end of the month, I think everything is going to be put in place. We are going to be fully prepared for the league. We just doesn't want to participate. We want to participate and then get the promotion to the NLL.
Well said, Mr. Chairman. And of course, the beautiful thing is that you still have enough time to acquire new players and of course, and be ready for the new season. But when the season eventually begins, what will be your target?
My target is to get the ticket to the NLL, that is where it's happening, because we have 3 stages in football. We have the Premier League, we have the NLL, then the last stage, which is the NLO. So we're in the last stage, we want to go to the next stage. So my target is to win all the game, and also it's not that easy, but and then to see if we can get the ticket to the NLL, which I hope so we can do it. Because I have one of the best coach in the team right now, that is Coach Balani Kim, who has coached in so many Premier League sides and also the national team.
All right, Coach Bayanikiu is an experienced one there, and we do understand, he's not a newbie when it comes to the game, so you've got a very good hand there. Now, we cannot, finish this interview without, asking you this question. We do understand you've got a new academy, Hubro Academy, so tell us about that academy.
Yeah, we have just established a relationship together with the Hubro Academy, which is a Danish site. They are playing in the first division of Denmark, which call it here second division. So we have a good partnership with them, and this is a 3-month-old academy here in Nigeria. And we have put so many good teams players. I think 4 of our players now they are already in Europe and having their trials with Hubro. And the Hubro are going to be down in Abuja by 3rd of May. For the second phase of taking players. I think we are doing very well. And we are going to go to Norway Cup and Dana Cup coming July. Yeah, we are registering for both tournaments.
That is a very beautiful initiative, and of course, many thanks for joining us, and we're wishing you all the best when it comes to the new season of the Nigeria Nationwide League One. Well done and all the best, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having you. Thank you very much.
All right, I've been speaking with the chairman CEO of Capital City Football Club, and of course they are getting set for the new season of the Nigeria Nationwide League, and of course that's a build-up. We're talking to clubs to know how prepared they are. All right, let's now leave the shores of the country and talk about the top 5 leagues in Europe. And of course, we saw loads of interesting results in the English Premier League, including that 1-0 draw at Anfield, and of course Arsenal finally got that win over Brentford, with Spurs making a mixed meet of Aston Villa. Quite interesting results in England. Same we got in Spain, Italy, the German Bundesliga, and the French Ligue 1. So let's quickly update you when it comes to those leagues. And of course, do not forget that we've got fixtures for the UEFA Champions League. So save the fixtures for today and tomorrow in the UEFA Champions League. All right, this show will never be complete if we don't talk about the demolition work that Anthony Joshua did on Francis Ngannou in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia last Friday. Can you imagine that man needed oxygen after Joshua knocked him out? So in case you missed out of that knockout victory of Joshua, let's quickly show you how the fight panned out.
Focus. Oh! AJ touched him, he went down!
7!
Down the pipe of Ngannou. He's hurt.
That left hook is so long, isn't it, from Ngannou? And heavy.
Why that right hand? He's an incredible goal! It's John who walked right into it, and you can't do that against Anthony Joshua. He has the look of defeat on his face, a bewildered look. Let's see if Anthony Joshua can dispose of the MMA champion. It is lights out. Wow. Anthony Joshua.
The dominant power puncher in the heavyweight division, the fighting pride of Watford, London, England, former 2-time world champion AJ Anthony Joshua.
imagine no one believed that. Never. Many people never predicted that it was going to be a second round knockout for Anthony Joshua. But that's sports for you, most times never predictable. All right, with that, we've come to the end of Sports Reel for this Tuesday. As always, I want to thank you for hanging out with us. And do not forget that NT Sports 24 is there for you on Star Times and Free TV to enjoy unlimited sports content. Until next time I'll be on the show, just like I will always tell you, be yourself and never get yourself into trouble. I am Bade Adeleye, and I'll see you next time.